Tham Luang Echo on March 14, 2021. 12 people entered a restricted side passage of the Tham Luang cave system in northern Thailand, the same network that trapped the Wild Boars football team. In 2018, the group consisted of 8 foreign cavers from Singapore, Malaysia, and Australia, plus for Thai university students documenting the trip for a geology thesis. They were led by a 42-year-old local guide, Som Chai, who claimed to know a secret dry route bypassing the flooded sections. The cave had been partially reopened for research, but this branch was still off-limits due to unstable silt floors and monsoon runoff channels. The team entered at 9 o'clock a.m. under clear skies. No rain had fallen locally for 3 days, and surface conditions appeared safe. But 20 kilometers upstream, heavy monsoon showers had saturated the limestone watershed. Tham Luang side passages act like hidden drainage pipes. Water arrives without warning. The group moved 1.2 kilometers and passed the famous Pattaya Beach Chamber into a low crawl space called Echo Gallery. The air was humid to 8°C and the floor soft with clay. Som Chai assured them the passage ahead was dry. At 11:47 a.m., a low rumble echoed through the rock. Within 90 seconds, water surged from a fissure no wider than a fist. It rose knee-deep, then waist-deep, carrying silt that turned the tunnel into chocolate-colored soup. Visibility dropped to 0. The students screamed. One Australian caver, 35-year-old Liam Doyle, tried to retreat, but the current pinned him against a constriction. His helmet light flickered and died. Som Chai ordered everyone to link arms and push upward toward a known air pocket 40 meters ahead. Only 6 made it. The rest were swept backward into a sump. The water filled the gallery to the ceiling and under for minutes, trapped on a muddy ledge. The survivors huddled in total darkness, sharing to headlamps. Their emergency food, 3 protein bars, and a half-liter of water. Rescue began 18 hours later when a missing person report reached Che Rai. Thai Navy SEALs, veterans of the 2018 operation, re-entered with full cave diving gear. They laid guideline through zero visibility floodwater, fighting currents that flipped their fins. After 36 hours underground, they located the ledge, but only 5 were still alive. Som Chai had drowned trying to swim back for the others. Liam's body was found wedged 100 meters. Downstream, his GoPro still recording. The incident triggered outrage. The research permit was forged. The university disavowed the students. Tham Luang's side passages were sealed with steel gates. A plaque now reads, *Echoes don't lie. The mountain remembers. Yet locals whisper that on quiet nights, you can still hear muffled voices deep inside, a warning carved in water and stone.
Cueva del Diablo Blanco. On November 3, 2019, 7 speleologists entered the White Devil Cave in the Sierra Madre Oriental, Mexico, a vertical abyss known for its blinding white flowstone and 400-meter entrance pit. The team included 3 Mexican cavers, 2 Italians, a British photographer, and a 29-year-old guide from Monterrey, Daniela Vega. Their goal: photograph a newly discovered chamber 620 meters down, rumored to hold pre-Hispanic artifacts. The descent used a single 700-meter static rope, standard for big wall caving. Weather at the surface was stable, but the cave's sump system connects to underground rivers fed by hurricane season. Rains in the Gulf. No one checked upstream gauges. They reached the target chamber after 14 hours of rigging. The walls glowed ghostly white under LED lights. Daniela set up a tripod. Then the rope, anchor, a natural rock bridge, cracked. The entire line whipped free. 4 cavers fell 80 meters into a boulder choke. Screams echoed upward like gunshots. The 3 survivors, Daniela, the British photographer Mark Ellis, and Italian climber Luca Rossi, were stranded on a ledge with no rope, no bolts, and 600 meters of vertical void above. Their only tool, a hand drill, and 4 rusty pitons found in an old survey cache. For 62 hours, they drilled by headlamp, placing 1 piton every 90 minutes. Hypothermia set in air temperature 8 degrees Celsius, humidity 100%. Mark's fingers split open. Luca began hallucinating. Daniela kept them moving, whispering, asterisk, one more. Asterisk, a Mexican Army rescue team, rappelled in on day 4, guided by faint drill sparks seen from the entrance. They extracted the survivors using a counterweight system. Below, the 4 fallen cavers were found crushed beneath limestone slabs. 1 camera survived its last photo, a flashlit skull embedded in floss stone, grinning upward. The cave was closed. The rope manufacturer faced lawsuits. Daniela now trains rescue teams. She keeps the broken piton on her desk. Asterisk, the devil doesn't live in the cave. Asterisk, she says. Asterisk, he lives in the gear we trust too much.
Gouffre de la Finoyer. On June 29, 2023, a corporate team-building group of 10 entered the Black Ferry abyss in the Vercors Massif, France, a 340-meter deep pothole. Marketed as Europe's most thrilling vertical adventure, the participants, 8 mid-level. Managers from a Paris tech firm, plus 2 instructors from a licensed adventure company. None had caving experience beyond a 30-minute training session. The descent used a Tyrolean traverse and fixed ropes. Weather was perfect until it wasn't. A sudden alpine storm dumped 60 millimeters of rain in 40 minutes. The cave's entrance funnel, a natural karst bowl, became a waterfall pouring to 100 liters per second down the shaft. The group was at minus 180 meters when the roar began. Water cascaded down the ropes, turning them into fire hoses. The Tyroleans sagged and snapped. 2 managers were swept into a side rift. The rest clung to a gravel ledge as the shaft filled with foam and debris. Their screams were drowned by the torrent. The instructors activated APLB, French, Speleological rescue Speleosacors Front K mobilized within an hour. But the entrance was now a death trap, a 150-meter waterfall with 3-meter waves. Divers couldn't enter. Instead, rescuers drilled a bypass tunnel from a nearby cave. A 90-hour operation through solid limestone, they extracted 6 survivors on day 5. Hypothermic, dehydrated, coated in mud. 3 were dead, 2 from drowning. 1 from a 40-meter fall when the rope ladder tore. The company's safety audit revealed falsified instructor credentials and ignored weather protocols. The cave was permanently closed. The firm paid to point for million euros in damages. A new sign at the entrance, in French and English. The ferry is black for a reason. Some doors should stay locked. Local cavers now call it Le Gouffre des Cadavres in Costard, the abyss of suits and corpses.